Revelation, these are the ones who have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. And Genesis
No, again,
49,
it's
right?
not literal. It's not literal. You came to that conclusion because someone
No, it's in
connected the dots.
every single story, brother. It's God,
Yeah,
even
you
in
read
Adam and
stories
Eve.
when God tells you what he expects from you. When God says all you have to do is keep these commandments and you'll be my treasured nation. Why do you need theologians trying to connect dots? All they're doing is an act of revisionism, saying that this now becomes authoritative instead of just being an opinion. I have no issue for Paul to say, look at this great analogy I put together in these books, right? Sounds interesting enough, but now what you're saying is that you go to hell.
We're children, brother. God's our Father. He's given us parables. Jesus spoke in parables. There's nothing wrong with parables.
No, there is something wrong with parables. If your salvation, your eternity, right, depends on it, then it's no longer a parable, it's a gauntlet.
Wait, so hold up, and I'm not trying to be rude, but like it's a little bit of irony here. You're saying that your salvation depends on perfectly fulfilling the law. I'm saying that
No, I never said perfectly fulfilling anything. I said that the notion of salvation doesn't appear in the Torah. The notion of being validated by a good God and tolerated in his land is dependent on you keeping the Torah good enough. Good enough. Well, the reason we know the notion
God's
of
not a good enough God. God requires perfection. He's holy.
You have to toss out the book of Ezra, Nehemiah, that talks about God redeeming the children of Israel in Babylon because they were good enough to be redeemed.
Was Lot saved from Sodom and Gomorrah? Would you call that salvation?
No. These stories of Lot and Abraham, this is before the Torah was given. Okay, after the Torah was given is where the do's and don'ts came in. Now God tells us what he expects from us.
Okay, let's go to the Torah specifically then. There is salvation in the Torah. There's the angel of death, right? It comes by one time. It represents the wages of sin.
This is before the Torah was given. You're talking about in Egypt before they even knew of the God of Israel. After the Torah was given,
he's the same God. He's always been the same God. He's never not been the same God.
No, but he judges humans differently by what standard he has given them. Once he gave you a certain standard, you can't walk that back.
So the blood is grace, and putting it on the door is faith. That's it. We're saved by grace through faith.
After all that happened, right, it all boiled down to keeping God's commandments as you received them on Mount Sinai, or the transition.
John 6:29 says the work of God is to believe in the one he sent. In other words, faith again. Putting the blood on the door is what saves you.
And that's what John says.